All right, everybody. So it's a brand new week in Street Fighter Duel, and we have our new fighter, and on top of that, we have a new event to go along with them, which is something we always get for sure. But I think the most important thing about this event is to come in here into waterfall training, and look at that. We actually get 2 free copies of Oni, so it's almost not even going to be worth pulling for him just yet. I think right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep focusing on Akuma, who is the special summon that I'm trying to build. I have a whole bunch of tickets saved up, so I'm probably just going to summon for him. And yeah, I think we'll start by doing this. Let's do some Akuma summons. I'm not going to summon for Oni if we're getting 2 free copies of him. So what I'm going to do, since I already have Akuma 2S+, I'm going to go ahead and summon for Akuma. About to use up all my tickets, if I'm being honest. I'm definitely in need of a lot of these materials that we get. I mean, I guess I don't really need them, but it's really nice to get all these summons and things like that. Okay, so I don't think we got anything there. Let's keep this going. I don't know if you guys really want to watch an Akuma summon, but oof, it's actually going pretty terribly. Okay, there's one. But yeah, I'm trying to commit to Akuma directly so that I can actually finish a special summon character, and then I can start focusing on one of the other ones. Okay, I thought that was the last one. So I got 2 copies so far. I had 203 or 208 tickets total. There we go. That's a 3rd copy. There's a 4th copy too. That's crazy. Okay. There's another 5th. Okay, so I think this was the right path for me. 5 copies of Akuma so far. 6. All right, how many tickets do I have? Okay, 3 more left. Okay, so that was great. So I'm gonna be able to use that to power up Akuma. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here, and this even has more special summon tickets, so that's gonna be great. So before I go into that, let's take a look at the other stuff. So we have this with just the daily rewards. So these are okay. I think the good thing about this now is that they've added a lot more daily rewards. So I think now you can get more points out of that. I didn't really check if they redistributed the points. It kind of looks like they did, honestly, because everything's worth 10 points now. But now they have ladder match, battle royale. Those are new. Actually, I think Crusade is new. I think a lot of these are kind of have been around for a while, so. But hopefully that should help with the getting this filled up to the maximum that you can. What else do we have? We have, of course, we have our buff system like we usually do, and we have our EX move. We really just get to try it out, more so than actually get the EX move, but you know, it's better than nothing. And then, of course, we have our boss modes as usual. I think this time I'm gonna try to definitely do this as much as I can. All right, so before we start with any kind of matches here, let's check what Oni does, and let's actually put it on Oni. And that's cool. We get the animation there. So he's an attack type fighter, and then he's also speed or agility. So well, that sounds like a good one. We generally want these guys to be attack, and then speed just determines what kind of armor and clothes he wears. So the thing with Oni is that he is going to be one of those characters that you don't really get to control him. He just adds to your damage. So as you're doing damage with your other fighters, he's going to be attacking in the background basically. So this is kind of good and bad. It's good in the sense that you're actually getting a lot more extra damage, because as you're doing your attacks, he's going to be adding to your attacks, so that's going to be extra damage. And it's bad in the sense that it's harder to incorporate the combos. But that just means you have to be very intentional with how you set up your combos and what fighters you pick so you can set up your combos decently. That to me is kind of like an important factor, because if one fighter dies and like you're missing your combo one, then you can't do the rest of your combo, right? So that's kind of the thing I always think about, and it kind of always bothers me a little bit. But I think this kind of character is going to be good for like boss modes where you try to do as much damage as possible, and he's going to add to that damage. Alright, so if we take a look at his passive, I think it's pretty funny. He basically comes into the battle and he just does a Satsui no Hado, which is amazing. And then he adds Satsui no Iki, Oni, like a status marker onto all the fighters. And basically he increases damage after this. So the one thing that you do get to control is the super combo. So as long as you can start him with the super combo, then you know that's one thing you can control. Quickly does, see, he basically does soul damage, and then for the first and third hit it absorbs Satsui no Iki, and then the more you level it up, the more damage it does based on how many Satsui no Iki stacks you have. So the thing with the passive is that it inflicts one for every enemy, so I think that counts as 4. So it says here you need 4. If it has at least 4, it does an additional 15% damage. So that looks like it could be pretty potent. So again, this to me is a little bit confusing. This skill can take position 1 in the combo chain. It cannot be manually unleashed. It has one times automatic unleash after the fighter unleashes combo 3. So it goes after combo 3, but it counts as combo 1. I'm not entirely sure how that makes sense, but basically it just does damage, and then has a chance of inflicting a Satsui no Iki marker. So basically, when you're using the super, that's when you use up a Satsui no Iki, and then otherwise you can just stack them up by just him attacking. And between the passive and him attacking, they just stack up. And then this last one, once you unlock this, which I think most of us are going to get right away, he adds Grave Injury, which is basically a bleed and decreases healing potency. So that's pretty interesting. So he's going to be doing a little bit of dot damage and a little bit of like healing power down, essentially. And again, this one sounds right. So it's a combo 3 and it activates after combo 2. So unless the other one has a typo, I'm not sure. That kind of just doesn't make sense. But we're going to have to see. Okay, so let's hop into this. And I think before you pretty much had to clear the whole thing to get him. So over here, yeah. So let's see how far we can get on this. So honestly, like maybe I should go back to the trial missions just to kind of test them out a little bit. And then I'll pop back in here. So last couple of times we had these, it was pretty easy. Well, for me, my account is pretty strong at this point, so it was pretty easy. I was able to do most of it on auto. And really the only thing that was like challenging were the secret training missions and the puzzle missions. So yeah, let's go into the trial. Oh, and by the way, there is Temple Gift. Actually, no, Temple Gift is this. But there's a thing that leads back to the event shop. So let's just go directly there. I guess it's Crusade Shop. Crusade Supply. So these are the items for today, for this week. Nothing too crazy here, I'm not gonna lie. Really the only thing that stands out to me is the Mummy Dawson. I was gonna call him Dummy Dawson. If you haven't built him and you want to build him, he's here. I'm not really in a rush to build him, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. I think probably the thing I'm gonna focus on are these materials up here, the +2 enhancers. It kind of depends on the week for me, but these are also pretty good. I'm not currently working on these, so I'm just slowly working on them. But the one thing to note is that you do get 12. I did end up getting like 2 from the last supply store, just because it gives you 12, and like 2 of these is going to be good enough, pretty much good enough to start leveling up your character. So that's not too bad. These are always okay, but you can buy them in the shop. Same thing with these. You can buy them in the shop, but they do get used up pretty quickly, so you might want to consider these. I don't know, man. I'm not working on those for the time being. So Shura Power. So this is going to affect Crusade and the Demonic Temple and Boss Rush, so that's good. So the one other thing to note here is that I'm like literally 50 points away, and this has been kind of annoying me. But as soon as you start beating this, you're gonna get once you spend 25 beads, you're gonna be able to unlock this. So that's one thing to get to note there. I think there was one other thing here. Oh, I guess this. So let's go into this. And let's just try them out and see. Because that's a little confusing to me, how it says like he's a combo 1, but it works after combo 3. So let's kind of just try that out and see. So I already see Sea Viper here, so definitely going for her. I think Evil Ryu is kind of the same way. I haven't used Evil Ryu at all, but I think he's the same as Oni, where he just attacks on his own. Yeah, skill cannot be unleashed by player. So if I have Oni, I'm not going to put Evil Ryu because that's just going to be a little bit too hard for me to control. I think I'm going to throw an Elena on here and probably Makoto. So let's try this out. So I want to see if I do my combo 1, does Oni do anything? So let's start with Sea Viper. So Oni's always going to be doing his normal attacks anyway. Oh, we're getting killed here. Alright, I don't think we have enough speed to actually do well on this. Alright, so let's put Chun-Li on here. Maybe Guy? Alright, yeah, so speed is an issue for this particular trial. Alright, so let's try this again. Let's start with Chun-Li. So, I'm not seeing the Satsui no Hado to start with. And we're getting killed. It looks like Oni is just not really much of a survivor there. So we definitely need a tankier person. I would have thought Makoto would have been good enough. But apparently not. So let's throw Hugo on here. Or maybe... Let's stick with Hugo. I want to go for Sea Viper here. Alright, hopefully Hugo survives this. If not, then we're going to have to go to another trial because this one isn't working. So yeah, I don't see him popping off with the Satsui no Hado. Oh, so Sea Viper is actually not going to be super great because of Gen. And like, we're just not fast enough. Yeah, okay, wow. So this trial is terrible. Let's go somewhere else. Okay, I'm gonna go with my boy Summer Yang. I feel like I'm starting to get used to him now, so he's pretty good. And let's go with, I'm thinking Blanca for this. Alright, so I'm gonna go Sea Viper into Yang. And I just don't see him doing the Satsui no Hado. Hopefully Yang doesn't die here. And he died. Okay. Wow, what's going on here? He's getting killed so fast. Let's try a different mission. Something's wrong here. Either I'm doing something wrong or the game is glitching or something. Maybe the game doesn't want me to pick Sea Viper. Alright, we got Mad Ryu, we have Guile. Alright, this one seems good. Let's see what happens here. Okay. I'm trying to look at Oni while I'm doing everything here. Okay, so you do get to use his combo 3. I manually triggered that. And we just got destroyed. So something's not working right here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But let's double check him because that didn't seem right. So okay, so I misread that then. It will be activated after a team unleashes teammate unleashes combo 2. So what it's actually saying is it's going to be a normal attack. So okay, that makes it a little bit different. If his combo 1 is going off on its own, right, so if his combo 1 is going off on its own, that's going to be different. Okay, so upon entering the barrel, unleash the Satsui no Haro, dealing true damage to all enemies. Maybe that just kind of just is an aura or something like that. Let's try this again. Let's see if any of the enemies take battle or take any damage. Okay, I did see the damage come out. It was just like a little flash of a thing there. Alright, so I want to see if he follows up to his own. Did we literally just get stunned on Beast Eve? Oh my god. Guys, this isn't working out today. I don't know what's going on here. Either this is the hardest trial or I'm doing something completely and utterly wrong. Maybe I'll put... No, I want to start with Madaryu. I was going to say I was going to put Madaryu in the back. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully my beast doesn't get stunned. That was so weird. Alright, let's do Madaryu and see if Oni does anything. Okay, there he's following up with a crazy looking Hadouken there. That's pretty good. So that's his combo 1. Oh my god, we are getting destroyed here. Alright, so apparently these trials are way too hard for me. So let's go back to this other mode in the event. And let's just finish this out. So this should be the secret training. Kind of don't like doing these. I feel like these disrupt the flow. Oh, that was nice. These kind of just disrupt the flow of doing this little event. So not the biggest fan. I mean, when they're on their own, they're fine, but I'm kind of not the biggest fan of having to do like a little memory game. While I'm progressing through this other stuff. Alright, so there we got that. The puzzles are different though. The puzzles I kind of like because they're always like a brain twister. Alright, so yeah, this this isn't as bad as the trial. You can just like steamroll through this. Alright, this team is like really weird. Or it's not the team, it's just the way the combo's set up. Alright, let's see what we have to do here. So I'm guessing we're turning everything blue. Or purple, whatever color that is. Uh-oh. Oh no, we can just go back onto the grass. There was one of these that was just like super duper hard last time. And I tried like all combinations of going back onto the grass and everything, and like nothing was working. I don't remember if I looked up the solution or what, but... Alright, so the thing that's happening here is I don't really want Chun-Li as combo 1. Actually, I don't think Chun-Li is going to be the greatest person here. So let me throw Madaryu into poison, into Madaryu. I don't like the chain to depend on M. Bison because a lot of times he just gets busy doing his counter attack. And it just doesn't work out. Wow. Alright, so yeah, these aren't really meant to be a challenge, I guess. As I plow through that E-Honda. E-Honda usually gives me a lot of trouble, but this guy just went down pretty quickly. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the trials because, man, I must be doing something wrong. What is going on here? So what happens if I step on a purple? It turns yellow. And the yellow turns purple. What the heck is going on? Okay, push this down, I think. I think that's correct. Holy crap, are you kidding me? Alright, I might have to come over this a couple of times. Yeah. Okay, no. So now I have to push this out the way. I'm guessing you need to turn it yellow. Okay. That seemed like it was going to be a lot harder than I thought. Okay, so let's go up to the boss. I mean, the boss doesn't really unlock our copy of Oni, but we shall see, we shall see. We shall see what we get from him or her. I guess it's a, oh, I feel like a lot of times it's a female. Nice. Alright, so boss time. So the boss is the one that gives us the special summon tickets. And this team is probably not super good for a boss. I technically shouldn't really have to be using a Bison. Because these teams are so weak, I'm not really losing. I don't really need like a tank. Okay, so I hate this guy because he always summons those spiders. And they're usually pretty deadly. So when you're trying to go for the high score, that's when it becomes an issue. So I guess in a sense we might need a Bison here. Okay, I ran out of time anyway. 16 million, not super great. But we gotta start getting our boosts up, and then that's when we can do our real official attack. But yeah, that spider boss is annoying because if you don't manage the spiders, if you don't kill them, then you're gonna end up taking huge damage from them. Alright, so let's see what we got so far. Some diamonds, some of those soul gems, some of these soul gems, and then the last thing is Oni. So far we got one of the scores, so now we just have to finish the... I mean, the diamonds are just kind of whatever, but the important thing are the tickets, so we could spend them on Akuma. So don't get me wrong, like, definitely going to be nice to have Oni, and it's definitely good to have him in the pool, but we're going to be able to select from him, and we're going to get those 2 free copies anyway, so for right now, like, once I finish Akuma, then I'll decide on who else I want. But now I guess we also have that Elena in the mix too. She seems decent. And you know what? We also have those stardust thingies. So we could use those on Akuma. I'm pretty sure we can use them on Akuma. We can use them on any of the divination people. But I feel maybe they might be more worth it on the special summon or on the collab unit. So I think, yeah, I think I was looking at it, and you can actually use it on Gormagala Ken. So it's not that bad. Okay, so these guys are healing quite a bit. Looks like somebody went down, so we're almost there. Elena, it's the last one to survive. Well, it's the special Elena. I feel like the other Elena heals like so much better. Alright, so last time I don't think we needed to finish the last bonus stage to unlock the last chest. We'll have to see. Looks like we do have to. Oh, so it's just this one. This one isn't. This one is just basically a timer. So it's gonna take a minute no matter what. It's so much harder to do this with mouse. I think last time they had the event for this, I pumped the difficulty up, but I had to do it on my phone. Oh my god, these things are so fast. I'm so not fast with mouse. Oh my god, what am I doing? I messed up my window here. Oh lord. Hold up. Struggling. Oh my god, don't put them so close together. Wow, I am really struggling with this. Okay. Alright, so we unlocked all the chests, and we have our free copy of Oni. Bam. Okay. Cool. So we got one copy so far. That's not too bad for 1 day's worth of events. And then we'll have to wait 3 days and 12 hours. So basically on the 5th day, the 4th day, 5th day. So now I can start unlocking these. So it looks like HP is going to be pretty useful as well. So don't just go for attack power. So we ended up with like over 40 of these tickets. That's pretty insane. So right now I'm probably just gonna do one of each. And you know what, for the fun of it, let's just go and do one of the, at least unlock the EX move. So that's gonna spend 10. So that we can at least try it out. And actually, we should actually just check what it actually says. EX move. 5 strikes consecutive, soul damage. To a random fighter. Stacks up 3 Tims. Okay, so this is gonna be a damage one. And it looks like a lot of what's coming out of Oni is gonna be soul damage. So I'm guessing soul damage is gonna be the thing for this, for these bosses. So I think that kind of means, I think Jury's is pretty good with soul damage. Pretty focused on soul damage, I should say. So she might be a good one to use. Okay, so we also have some missions here. So we get stuff for just beating the missions there. Normal, so oh, those are the ones that I already beat. 30 Satsui prayer beads. Talents. So unlock the talents, challenge the demonic temple. And then which one is the demonic temple? Is it this? Alright, I think we need to spend some of these beads to get one of, so I think 25. So I'll probably, I can't buy this yet. Alright, I'm not gonna buy anything just yet. But I'm really like fiending to finish this right here. Not this, the Starlight Genesis. I just want to finish this already. Let me get my thing. Alright, let's try again with the whatchamacallit, with the special missions, the trials. And let's try a whole new one, because I feel like I'm getting destroyed. So what we did learn is that you can use his combo 3. I feel like Sea Viper is baiting me into picking her every single time, and it's just like not working out for me. So I'm not gonna pick Sea Viper. Out of these people, maybe a Dawn. Start with Cammy. I think a Dawn. So what I didn't see is if you use his combo 3, does that combo back into his combo 1? Let's see. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's pretty good. So he's technically able to go twice in a row. Looks like we have some purple orbs over our head. I think that might be a Rose effect. So let's go with the Dawn on this. Oof. Getting destroyed here. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. So yeah, I'm still struggling on this. I probably could have done better, but yeah. Let's see if we can at least beat one of these before we're done with this video. Alright, let me go with Beast. I like Poison. Alright, and do we attack the back on this one? I think we do try to attack the back. But we only have the Capra. I might go with Mummy Dawson. What I like about Mummy Dawson is that he's similar to regular Dawson, where his combo 3 is just like a really strong AoE. But looks like I'm not going to be using that. There we go. That's the only power I want to see. Okay, actually Mummy Dawson has an AoE on his combo 1, so that's also pretty good. I think I pulled a few copies of him recently, so I might try to use him a little bit more. If I could figure out like where I can use him. Alright, so we actually won one, thankfully. So let's go ahead and collect this before we leave. And let's try this one too. This is the last one, the only one I haven't tried. So let's see, I like Dawson, I like Blanca. I'm thinking Geef. So it looks like we have to power through a Dudley. So let's start the combo off with Oni. And see how that works out. If we could even get a chance to attack, that is. Okay. Looks like this combo of units did pretty good, so we got the Capra left, and we're done after that. Okay, so it looks like his first attack is the animation for the Satsui no Hado. I don't know what they call it. I don't know why the passive is called that, but or I guess the Satsui no Hado is technically the energy, not necessarily the attack, right? So yeah. Alright, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to be struggling on these too much, so we'll just leave it there. But overall, I think that was pretty productive. I ended up getting a ton of copies of Akuma that I could work with. Out of 200 tickets, I got like 6, I think it was. So that's actually not too bad, because I'm used to getting like 1 per 80. That to me is like the marker. So let's go into master here. So this is what I'm saying, like I kind of want to use that on Akuma, but I think it's going to be better saved for a collab unit. Like Virgil. Alright, so one more, and now we're in SS plus. So my Akuma's looking pretty good. and then 2 more. So I'm tempted to use the starlight thingy, but nah. And then for our Oni, he's just here chilling. Gonna have to throw him into this thing, the limit break. I'm still like 2,500 away, so alright, let me end it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed those pulls, which were not for Oni, but since we're getting that free copy of Oni anyway, I thought that was going to be the way to go for that. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.